Hello guys, Sweaty Grease here. It's quite a long time since my last video upload, and today we're gonna create a Modwas bottle from a well-known brand called Alice. Before we start this tutorial, please consider subscribing to the channel to support, and you guys could become a member on my Ko-Fi page to get access to all of my models that I have created here, including the artwork. Or a simple follow will mean a lot too, because I like doing this, man. So I hope you guys can support me in your own way, and let's jump to the tutorial. First, we need to delete all the objects except for the cube and move to the front view. Hit Shift plus A to add a new object and search for image reference. Search for the image reference that I have attached down below on the descriptions, along with the textures too. While the image is still selected, move here on the image properties and decrease the opacity so we could trace the image clearly. Now select the cube and hit tab to go to edit mode. Press Alt plus Z to turn on X-ray view, then hit S to scale down the cube to fit the reference. Next, select all the top vertices using rectangular selections and hit G to move them up around to the neck. For the bottom vertices, we move them all the way to the bottom of the bottle. Hit Ctrl plus R to add a loop cut horizontally and drag it down to the bottle seams. Add more loop cuts until we fill all the seam based on the reference image. Next, move to the side view and select all the vertices by pressing A. Then press S, Y and type 0.5 to scale down the cube half of the size on the Y axis. Back to the front view and select all the middle vertices. Hit S, Shift plus Z to scale it except for the Z axis and drag it down fit to the bottle body. Do the same approach on the top and the bottom vertices too. Then add 3 vertical loop cuts on the front and on the side too. Move to the top view and select all the middle vertex loop edge. Turn on proportional editing on your top here and change the shape to sphere. Scale the vertex out on the Y axis and scroll the middle mouse button to adjust the influence. Make sure you guys are not affecting the side vertices and pull the vertex out just a little bit. Now turn off proportional editing and turn off X-ray view too. Select 9 vertices in the middle, then right click, loop tools and circle. To use these features, you guys must turn on the loop tools add-on on your Blender preference. Move to the front view, then move the circle vertex up and scale down a little bit. Hit Shift plus H to hide every vertex except for the selected one. Select 3 middle vertices from the circle and turn on proportional editing again. Move down the middle vertex while adjusting the influence until it's bended like the reference. Turn off proportional editing and hit Alt plus H to unhide every vertex back. Now, select the middle vertex on the circle, then hit X to delete and choose vertices. Press 2 to move to edge selections, then select the circle loop edge with left click and holding Alt button. Move to the front view and press E to extrude it up. It's okay if it's wobble, you just need to press the axis to straighten it up. In this case is the Z axis and pull it up to the cap. Next we hit S, Z then 0 to align the vertices flat. Now it's done for the base mesh. If your results are different, I recommend you guys to get back and try it again because it will affect the end result. Back to object mode by pressing tab and hit Ctrl plus 2 to add a 2-level subdivisions modifier. Right click the bottle and set it smooth. Now we need to go to modifier properties here on your right and crank up the subdivision level to 3 to give the smoother result. But still it's looking goofy because there's no bevel in it, so the mesh is not containing data about the sharp edge. There's a lot of approach to beveling on the mesh in Blender, and in this tutorial I will show you 2 different methods. First, we need to turn off subdivisions preview by clicking this rectangle icon on the modifier, and then we select all the horizontal sharp loop edges on the bottle, including the top cylinder too. Once it's all selected, press N to open the side menu, and on the item tab, increase the min bevel width to 1 until the edge changed color. Make sure you guys have picked the right sections, so it's on the edge data, not the vertices data, okay? Back to object mode, and on the modifier properties, click add modifier on the top here. Search for bevel modifier on the generate sections and place it above the subdivisions, so it will be the first executed modifier. Change the limit method from angle to wedge, then increase the segments to 3 and set the amount to around 0.02. There you go, now the shape is much better to look at. Now we need to add a thickness on the bottle. To create that, we need to add a new modifier and search for Solidify. Bring the Solidify modifier up above the bevel and turn on X-ray view so we could see the transformations. Adjust the thickness on the Solidify to around 0.04, and we need to add a bevel wedge on the top of the bottle to here. In object mode, duplicate the bottle by pressing Shift plus D, right click to place it back, then hit M and choose Move to New Collections. Here you guys can set the name of it to whatever you like Backup or Shitty Fatty Boom Boom. Then hide the backup collections on the layer panel by clicking this checkmark symbol for a backup in case we mess up something. Now we could apply the Solidify modifier by clicking this drop down arrow and pick Apply. In edit mode, press 3 to move to face selections and select all the outer face. Then hit H to hide them and select the inner face while turning on X-ray view. Hit Shift plus D to duplicate it, right click to place it back, then hit P, separate by selections. On the layer panel, change the name of each individual mesh so we don't get confused. Select the liquid mesh and move to the edit mode. Select the loop circle edge, then press Ctrl plus F and choose Grid Fill. On the bottom here, unfold Grid Fill options and increase the offset to 1. Back to the bottle and select this jagged loop circle edge on the neck. Hit S and Shift plus Z to scale it down so it will be straightened. Once you have done that, hit Alt plus H to unhide every face that we have hidden before. So like you see here, we have done a cool looking shape for the bottle and for the liquid. For the detail, add a loop cut on the bottleneck and straighten it by pressing S, Z and 0. Move it in the middle a little bit, then bevel it by pressing Ctrl plus B with one segment. Next, we press Alt plus E, then extrude faces along normals. Turn on Subdivisions Preview in edit mode so we could see the edge is matched to the reference. Then we add more bevel wedge in some of the sharp edge loops on the bottleneck. In the middle of the extruded face here, we're doing the same approach as before. The only difference is we extrude the face in. For the cap, we use a default cylinder and move it up to the reference in the object mode so the geometry is still on the center. In edit mode, we scale the cylinder smaller, fit with the reference, align the placement of the bottom and the top vertices and scale the top slightly. Add one loop cut here, close to the bottom cap and back to object mode. Hit slash to isolate the cap and move to the bottom view. Press 3 to move to face select and select the bottom face. Then hit I to insert a face and extrude it up on the Z-axis while moving to the front view. Scale down the top inner face so it had the same size as the outer. Select the two bottom loop edges and bevel it by pressing Ctrl plus B, then increase the segments to 2 by scrolling up the middlemost button. Select the inner top loop edge and the outer top too. Unhide the reference and isolate the cap by pressing slash once again so we have a better view. Bevel the two loop edge with 3 segment bevel, then give the cap subdivisions modifier and set it smooth. So if you think this cap is too thin, you could adjust the thickness by scaling the inner cap. It's unnecessary and it needs more time to select the inner face one by one. I don't know guys, I am not a blenderologist, so if you guys have a better approach, let me know in the comment below. Oh, in this case, you guys are wondering how to create a bottle treat. I have created that on the other tutorial, so check them out. So yeah, we have done the modeling process. Congrats! Before we jump to give the bottle a textures, there is some preparation that we need to do. First, we select all the objects on the viewport and move the bottom bottle to the cursor origin. Just move it manually, and it's okay if it's not perfect. Maybe I will create a separate tutorial for aligning the mesh on the viewport floor later in the future. Move to render properties here on the right, then set the render engines to cycles and the device to GPU compute. I use an EasyHDRI add-on here to give a quick preview that you guys could use for free, link in the descriptions. Move to the setting tab on the top window bar and set the render to view by pressing Z on the viewport. Select the bottle and here on the shader tab it has a material by default. On the principled BSDF node, unfold transmissions and set the width to 1. Decrease the roughness to around 0.1 and set the IOR value to 1.46 for plastic. Next, we press Shift plus A to add a new node and search for a mix shader. Place the mix shader between the two node connections and then add image texture node. On the image textures, change repeat to extend, then click open and search for the alpha textures. Connect color to fake on the mix shader and duplicate the image texture node by pressing Shift plus D. Connect color to mix shader, then click this folder icon to change the image to color textures. On the mix shader, switch the two connections of the BSDF and the color textures to invert the projections, or you can use the invert color node too, but I think this method is faster. It's okay if the bottle looks like a piece of shit right now, because we're not UV unwrap the bottle yet. To unwrap it, move to the UV editing tab, then select the rectangular edge loops here on the top and on the middle of the bottle. Once it's selected, press U and choose Mark Seam. Next, we press A to select all the edges, then press U again, but now choose Unwrap and Gel Base. On the UV window on your left, select the ugly UV by pointing your cursor and hit L. Press G to move it and place it away out of the square border. Select all the rectangular UV maps and switch to render view to see the transformations. Scale, rotate, and place the two UV maps on the design. Make sure you scale the two UV at the same time so it will be the same size. Like you see here, the designs look jagged and not nice at all. To fix this, add more loop cut horizontally on the bottle with maybe 5 cuts on the middle and 2 on the top to support the subdivisions. Back to the setting tab and select the liquid mesh. Click this X icon to delete the material and click plus new to add a new one. Delete the BSDF node and search for translucent BSDF. Add glass BSDF and mix shader nodes. Connect BSDF to shader for both of them and connect shader to surface on the material output. On the glass BSDF, set the IOR value to 1.333 for water and change the color to light blue on both of them, or you guys could play around with it. To give it more watery looks, add volume absorption node and connect it to volume on the material output. Play around with its color and like you guys could see, here is the difference. To prevent the overlapping shading issue, scale the liquid a tiny bit with a baby touch. Back to the bottle and here add principled BSDF, then place it after the color textures. This BSDF node is the controller for the design. We could play around with the slider here to make the textures more realistic. Next, for the cap, we just add new material on it and set the color to black. Decrease the roughness a little bit and duplicate the material by clicking this folding paper icon. Move to the material properties and set the material back again to cap. Click plus new on top here to add a new material slot and set that slot to cap 001. In edit mode, select this 3 loop face on the middle, then click assigns on the material properties. Switch back to render view and add wave textures on it. Add a bump node, then connect color to hits and normal to normal. Select the wave textures and hit Ctrl plus T to open the coordinate node. To use these features, you guys must turn on the Node Wrangler add-on on your Blender preference. Switch the coordinate from generated to UV and add color ramp node before the bump node. Push the color to the middle slightly on the color ramp and set the wave textures scale to around 15 to 20. We can assign more face loops on the top of the cap, but there will be more face issues here because we did not unwrap it. So I unassign some of the top face loop here and I leave it to you guys if you want to unwrap the cap and play around with the material. Please subscribe to this channel if you mind and hit the like button if you think this tutorial helped you. Don't forget to share it with your friends too, because sharing is caring. Thank you for my monthly supporters on Ko-Fi, which are Giri and Suk. Thank you to all of you guys who've watched this far. I hope you guys are well and I'll see you in the next creations. Bye bye.